So now let us start here with the tissue systems. If I talk about tissue system on the basis of structure and location, like structure, how do they look like, what are they made up of, as well as location, like where they are present. Are they the external structure, like the outer one, or are they the stuffing inside, or are they actually responsible for any other function also, whatever it is. So whatever their structure is or the location, on the basis of that, we have three types of tissue systems. The first one is called as epidermal tissue system. When I say epidermal tissue system, the name itself gives you the hint. It is the external boundary and it is made up of epidermal cells. Mainly there are epidermal cells, right? So the tissue system forms the outermost covering of the plant body. Now this outermost covering is for the leaf also, root also, stem also, beta. Okay, it's not just any particular part of the plant. It is in direct contact with the external environment, right? The epidermal cells, they are the external ones, so they are in direct contact. This tissue system comprises of, now there are so many things in this epidermal tissue system. First one is epidermal cells. So these are the epidermal cells. Okay, this is how the epidermal cells looks like. Now if I talk about the epidermal cells, they are present on root also, stem also, leaves also, right? Now, if they are present on the leaf, let us say, are they present on both sides of the leaf, beta? If they are present on leaf, are they present on both sides of the leaf? Because leaf has two sides, right? A dorsal and a ventral side. So when we talk about two sides of the leaf, both should have epidermis, right? So they both have epidermis. So in case of leaf, the upper epidermis and lower epidermis. When I talk about the lower one, lower means back. Baxial, that is a hint. So you will call it as abaxial epidermis. You will call it as abaxial epidermis. Clear, everyone? Okay. Now, if I talk about the upper epidermis, automatically the second name comes for this, and that is adaxial epidermis. Adaxial epidermis. So back for the lower one and adaxial for the upper one. This is how the two types of epidermis and leaves are there. If I talk about the stems, in case of stem, we have, okay, when I talk about this epidermis, can you actually, like when I talk about the leaf, you know that there are stomatas as well, right? So those stomatas are embedded in, say, like in between these epidermal cells only. That also we will talk about. Right now, I'm just talking about the epidermal cells. In case of stem, what happens is these epidermal cells are like that. In some cases, not all the cases, that particular case is for the dicot stem actually. What happens in dicot stem is, we could say that many, like more than one, usually more than one epidermal cells, they actually make these type of stem hairs. They are called as trichomes. They are called as trichomes. If somebody asks you what is trichome, you will say they are kind of hair-like structures present on the dicot stem. So they are specifically present on dicot stem. Could you see here that this trichome is made up of two epidermal cells altogether? So can I just say that they are usually multicellular in nature, beta? Right? They are usually multicellular in nature. In monocot stem, you won't find such trichomes. In dicot, they are present. So whatever extra feature was there, I just told you here only. Okay. Next, we have the root epidermis as well. Now, if somebody asks you what is so special about the root epidermis which is not present in the stem or the leaf, anybody who could tell me? Very good. What is root hair? Like trichomes are also epidermal hair, like epidermal extensions. In the same way, root hairs are also epidermal extensions like that. Yes. The only difference is that these are unicellular root hairs, beta. These are unicellular root hairs. So remember this difference between trichomes and your root hairs, okay? So they are unicellular first of all. Second, they help in absorption of water and minerals. That also you know, right? Now, in case of root, do I need a waxy layer called as cuticle around the root epidermis? Do I need that? See, cuticle helps from loss of water, but we know that roots are required for absorption of water. So that is why there is no need of cuticle, right? Such a epidermis which is so different from the epidermis of stem or the leaf, we call it as rhizodermis as well. We call it as rhizodermis as well, okay? Or we can even call it as epiblemma. We can even call it as epiblema. Okay, that is for the root epidermis. I hope everyone is clear. Okay, so firstly, let us see the epidermal tissue system. So here we have, first of all, the epidermal cells, parenchymatous living cells they are, with cytoplasm and nucleus. Now, cuticle is present on the outer side, but when I say cuticle, this cuticle is required to prevent, it just helps to prevent transpiration. Transpiration means loss of water from the plant. Okay. So it helps to prevent transpiration. But as we do not need any kind of transpiration in case of roots, you will say cuticle is absent in roots. Second, because hydrophytes are those plants which are already present inside water, so there also we don't need this cuticle. So there are two cases in which the cuticle is going to be absent, and that is going to be your roots and hydrophytes. Okay, so I hope everyone is clear. Now next, then we have the epidermal structures which are present in between the epidermis, like stomata. In case of leaf, yes, the epidermal cell is the external layer, but in between the epidermal cell, there are these structures which are called as stomata. Very important. These stomata are minute structures on epidermis of leaves. How do they look like? If I talk about a dicot stomata, it consists of guard cells which are bean shaped like this. So these are the guard cells of stomata. Now, if I talk about these guard cells, they are bean shaped right now. So you can say it is dicot stomata. Okay. These are the guard cells. Now, around the guard cells, there are so many epidermal cells, but those epidermal cells which are in closer vicinity, those epidermal cells which are in closer vicinity to the guard cells, we call them as the subsidiary cells. Okay. These cells which are the epidermal cells only, like the other cells, but the ones which are closely attached to guard cells, we specifically call them as subsidiary cells because they provide extra support to the guard cells. Okay, they are protecting the guard cells as well. So these are the subsidiary cells. Okay. Now, if I talk about this stomatal structure, can I just say that its inner wall is thick? In case of guard cell, its inner wall is thick. Okay. But the external wall, the outer wall is thin. So this is the inner wall and this is the outer wall. As you can see in the diagram only that it is thick from inner side. So inner wall is thin. Okay. Inner wall is thick plus elastic also. Now, if I talk about this particular guard cell, does it contain any kind of chloroplast also? Yes. I am making it in yellow color, but yes, they are the chloroplast only, beta. Okay. So it does contain chloroplast also. It does contain chloroplasts also. Next thing, you will say this is called as stomatal pore or stomatal aperture. This is called as stomatal pore or stomatal aperture. Clear, everybody? Up to this level, anybody having any doubts? Now, I will just change a minute data, and that is the shape of the guard cell. If the shape of guard cell looks like this, it looks like a dumbbell, right? If the shape of guard cell looks like dumbbell shaped, you call it as the case of monocots. Okay, so then it becomes the monocot stomata. Then it becomes the monocot stomata. Rest things are okay. Stomatal aperture will be there. Around it, there will be subsidiary cells. Everything will be there. Only the shape of the guard cells will change. So here it is dumbbell shaped. Here it is dumbbell shaped. But in the first case, because it is dicot, so it is bean shaped guard cells. Bean shaped guard cells. Okay. So here we can say that the stomata are minute structures on epidermis of leaves. Structure consists of guard cells and function. It helps in gaseous exchange also. It helps in transpiration also. Transpiration is water loss, but we know that transpiration is a necessary evil because we know that it is actually kind of allowing loss of water from the plant. But if it does not pull the water, what will happen? There will be no water supply within the whole plant because this water supply is like a river where all the things which are required by any part of the plant body, they can be transported through along with this water only. Okay, so that is required, beta. So it's a necessary evil, we will say. Now, other than that, gaseous exchange also can happen. Whatever oxygen was prepared during photosynthesis, it needs to be thrown out of the plant body. So that will be thrown out, plus CO2 will be taken in. So that in and out is also going to be done with the help of guard cells. Epidermal appendages, these are extra structures which are coming from the epidermal cells only. So these are outgrowths from the external structure of the body, that is your epidermal cell. Root hairs first. They are unicellular, unbranched structures. We saw the structure earlier only. They increase the surface area for water absorption. So they are very good. Okay. Because of them, most of the water absorption can be done. Now, second is trichomes. Trichomes could be unicellular or multicellular, but usually they are multicellular only. They could be branched or unbranched also. Now, function, they help to prevent water loss, because you know that they are also kind of making one extra layer around the plant's outer body. So definitely they are not going to allow that much external water to, like internal water, to move out of the plant. Okay. So root epidermis is also called as epiblema or piliferous layer or rhizodermis. If you remember epiblema and rhizodermis also, that is okay, beta. Clear, everyone? Up to this point, anybody having any doubts? Tell me. I hope everyone is clear.